I hadn't expected anything out of the ordinary when I came home early that evening. My plan was simple: surprise my wife with dinner and spend a quiet night together. But as I approached the front door, I heard muffled laughter drifting from the living room. It wasn't the kind of giggle you hear from a TV show. This was different. Cautiously, I stepped inside and my world stopped. There she was, perched comfortably on her boss's lap. Faces impossibly close, whispering words they thought were private. For a moment, I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. My wife of 6 years, the person I trusted with every piece of my heart, was betraying me in our own home. When she finally noticed me, her face went pale. She scrambled off his lap, grasping for excuses that no longer mattered. The man, brazen and shameless, just smirked at me as if I had no right to be upset. That smirk ignited a fire inside me I didn't know existed. I didn't shout. I didn't throw anything. I simply smiled. And that smile scared her more than any scream could. "Don't worry," I said calmly. "I won't stop whatever this is. Please continue." She looked bewildered, while her boss laughed, assuming I was powerless. What they didn't know was that I already had a plan, one that would hurt her in ways louder anger never could. Without another word, I pulled out my phone and started recording. She begged me to stop, tears pooling in her eyes, but I ignored her. I captured everything: the awkward silence, her guilty expression, his smug grin. When I had enough, I walked out, leaving them frozen. She ran after me, crying, but I didn't look back. That was the moment my revenge began. The next day, I went straight to her boss's company board of directors. It turned out he was married, with a spotless reputation to maintain. I handed over the video, explained what had happened, and walked away. By the end of the week, he was gone, fired, disgraced, and facing a divorce. His arrogant smirk erased forever. As for my wife, she tried desperately to fix things. She apologized, begged, even promised cut all ties with him. But betrayal isn't undone by a few tears. I filed for divorce, and thanks to the recording, the court ruled firmly in my favor. I kept the house, the savings, and, most importantly, my dignity. She walked away with nearly nothing but the weight of her own shame. People often ask if I regret how I handled it. I don't. My revenge wasn't about screaming or violence. It was about exposing the truth. She thought she could humiliate me in secret, but instead, her secret destroyed her life. Every plea, every apology, reminded me of how easily she chose another man over my trust. In the weeks that followed, I felt an unexpected freedom. The pain remained, but it mingled with relief. I no longer had to live under the illusion of love that was never real. Friends and family supported me, proud of how I carried myself through such betrayal. Even those who doubted me realized I had acted with clarity and strength. My wife tried to reach out after the divorce, sending long messages filled with regret. But by then, I had already started moving forward. I wasn't going to be anyone's second choice, especially not hers. She had gambled with my heart and lost. Her boss's downfall became town gossip, a cautionary tale of how arrogance and betrayal can ruin a man overnight. My wife, once admired for a seemingly perfect marriage, now had to live with the knowledge that she was the architect of her own destruction. That, to me, was punishment enough. Looking back, I realized that sometimes silence and strategy cut deeper than anger ever could. I didn't need to yell or fight for justice. I simply let the truth surface, and when it did, their secret romance turned to ashes. In the end, I walked away with peace, strength, and self-respect. She walked away with regret, loneliness, and a burden of choices she could never undo. That was my instant, perfect revenge, proving I didn't need her and that my life would